Hello everyone. So we are going to discuss the topic National Critical Mineral Mission under the heading Mining and Other Resources. So why it is in the news? So because the Union Cabinet has approved the launch of the National Critical Mineral Mission. National Critical Mineral Mission. About National Critical Mineral Mission, its genesis is found in the budget for 2024-25. Establishment of National Critical Mission was announced. Coverage: mineral exploration, mining, beneficiation, processing and recovery from end of life products. So it's like a circular economy. We have this is a new concept, circular economy. So what we are doing, we are doing mining first. Sorry. So we are doing exploration first. Exploration. Exploration. Then after we are doing mining. Then we will extract. So beneficiation or extraction. Extraction can also be said. And then we will process that. Processing. And once the product is formed and now the product is not in use, so we can recover that product and use the minerals used in it once again. So what kind of product that will be? The end of life products. So this is the circular economy, that first of all we will explore, then we will mine, then we will beneficiation or extract, then we will process that minerals and then recover from the end of life products. What are the key features? It will offer financial incentives for critical mineral exploration. So it will offer financial incentives which is very critical for critical mineral exploration, and promotes the recovery of these minerals from the overburden and tailings. And it also encourages the recovery of these minerals. It aims to create a fast track regulatory approval process. It aims to create a fast track regulatory approval process for mining projects. It aims to create a fast track regulatory approval process for mining projects. Fast track regulatory approval process. Fast track regulatory approval process for mining projects. Then encourages Indian companies to acquire a critical mineral assets abroad. Then it proposes development of a stockpile of critical minerals within the countries, mining in offshore areas like polymetallic nuclear. So governance framework activities will be coordinated by the Empowered Committee on Critical Minerals. So activities will be coordinated by the Empowered Committee on Critical Minerals. Ministry of Mines will be administered ministry. About critical minerals definition: minerals which are essential for the economic development and national security of any country. Critical minerals are those minerals which are essential for economic development and national security of any country are called critical minerals. Minerals which are essential for economic development and national security of any country. India has released a list of 30 critical minerals. So India has released a list of 30 critical minerals for India, including bismuth, cobalt, copper, phosphorus, potash, rare earth elements, silicon, tin, and titanium, etc. So rare earth elements is also a part of critical minerals. Apart from that, bismuth, cobalt, copper, phosphorus, potash, silicon, tin, titanium. These are other critical minerals. Then currently India has heavy reliance on imports of critical minerals. So we are import dependent for this critical mineral supply. Significance of critical minerals: environment, crucial for renewable energy technologies such as solar panels and wind turbines. So the technologies like solar panels and wind turbines need critical minerals. So in a way it will help us sustainable development and preservation of the environment. Also crucial for battery energy storage system base. So in the battery energy storage system it is required. National security, essential for India's defense sector, including missile system, aerospace and communication technology. These critical minerals will be required. And economic and electronic sectors. Shift to electric vehicles requires lithium ion batteries, essential for semiconductor chips as well. So this is the significance of critical minerals, environment wise, national security wise, and economic and electronic wise. Now, roadblocks to India's critical mineral security. Limited domestic reserves. What are the roadblocks? Roadblocks. So we have the limited domestic reserves. Currently, there are no working mining lease for cobalt, nickel, lithium, and neodymium for production purpose. So there is no active mining lease for cobalt, nickel, and lithium or neodymium. Challenges in exploration. Presence of 5.9 million tons lithium deposits in Jammu and Kashmir require high risk investments and skill to explore that. Now, supply chain disruptions. China controls 60% of the rare earth production. China controls 60% of the rare earth production and 60% of the critical minerals production and 80% of the processing worldwide. So China controls 60% of the rare earth production, 60% of critical mineral production, as well as 80% of the processing worldwide. Now, environmental concerns: an estimated 50% of the critical minerals lie near the indigenous peoples' land. So it's mainly on the tribal belt that it is found. So it is a environmental concerns. International Renewable Energy Agency quote this. Now, other initiatives taken for critical minerals: policy and regulatory framework, Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Act 2023 came. It enables exploration and mining of critical minerals. National Mineral Policy 2019, it promotes sustainable mining and exploration of critical minerals. So National Mineral Policy 2019, it promotes sustainable mining and exploration of critical minerals. National Mineral Policy 2019. National Mineral Policy 2019, it promotes sustainable mining and exploration of critical minerals. Sustainable mining and exploration of critical minerals. Then elimination of custom duties on majority of the critical minerals in Union Budget 2024-25. International collaboration and trade agreements. Khanij Videsh India Limited, Kabil 2019. A joint venture company of Ministry of Mines to acquire critical minerals globally. Minerals Security Partnership MSP. India joined the US-led initiatives to ensure a stable critical mineral supply chain in 2023. Minerals Security Partnership. What strategies can India adopt for long-term critical mineral security? Strengthening domestic critical mineral production, exploring alternative allocation mechanism to attract more private investments, then developing domestic processing capabilities, special economic zone focused on critical minerals processing can be established, need for robust global cooperation, strengthening bilateral and multilateral partnership with mineral rich countries and other key stakeholders to secure access to critical mineral supplies. Develop a comprehensive critical minerals strategy CMS. Develop a comprehensive critical mineral strategy CMS. It can include conducting periodic detailed assessment of India's critical minerals needs across various sectors, setting up state-of-the-art e-waste recycling facility, introducing a nationwide Recycle for Resources campaign to increase public awareness and participation in the e-waste recycling, etc. State-of-the-art e-waste recycling facility, introducing a nationwide Recycle for Resources campaign, Recycle for Resources campaign to increase public awareness and participation in e-waste recycling, etc. Diversifying import source from various countries. Conclusion: securing critical mineral is crucial for India's economic growth, energy transition. So, securing critical minerals is crucial for India's economic growth, energy transition, and national security. Then, strengthening domestic mining, refining, and recycling, along with a robust national critical minerals strategy, will help reduce import dependence and ensure long-term supply stability. Strengthening domestic mining, refining, and recycling, along with a robust national critical minerals strategy, will help reduce import dependency and ensure long-term supply stability. Now, we will study about the major and minor minerals. Why in the news? The Ministry of Mines has reclassified barytes, feldspar, mica, and quartz from minor minerals to major minerals. So it has been upgraded from minor minerals to major minerals. More on the news. Reclassification is based on recommendation from an interministerial committee led by Dr. V.K. Saraswat. Reason for reclassification: the decision to shift these minerals to the major minerals category is based on their association with critical minerals, because they are associated with critical minerals. That's why they are upgraded. And their importance in various high-tech industries. Which all the minerals that we are talking about are barytes, feldspar, mica, and quartz. So BQMF, we can say BQMF: barytes, quartz, mica, feldspar. Barytes, quartz, mica, feldspar. Okay. Then quartz, feldspar, and mica in pegmatite rocks. These minerals are found in pegmatite rock, which also contains essential critical minerals like beryl, lithium, niobium, tantalum, molybdenum, tin, titanium, and tungsten. Earlier, when these minerals were listed as minor minerals, barytes and its industrial significance. Barite often occurs in concretions and vein fillings in limestone and dolostone, alongside ores of antimony, cobalt, copper, lead, manganese, and silver. It has extensive industrial application in oil and gas drilling. So Belspar is used in the oil and gas drilling and electronics, etc. Key benefits of the reclassification: enhanced exploration and scientific mining. Critical minerals like lithium, beryl, and tungsten will now be systematically extracted and documented. Then, support for energy transition and technology will aid clean energy, electronics, aerospace, and healthcare industries by improving critical mineral recovery. Strong industrial applications, efficient mining of barite will enhance its availability of key industries for key industries. Extended lease and better regulation leases will now last 50 years, ensuring investment stability. About major and minor minerals, minerals is a natural substance of organic and inorganic origin with definite chemical and physical properties. So mineral is a natural substance of organic and or inorganic origin with different chemical and physical properties. Under the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957, minerals are broadly classified into two categories: major minerals and minor minerals. Minor minerals means building stones, gravel, ordinary clay, ordinary sand other than sand used for prescribed purposes, and any other minerals which the central government may declare to be a minor mineral. Major mineral include all minerals other than minor minerals like coal, iron, zinc, limestone, etc. Conclusion क्या है? The reclassification of barytes, feldspar, mica and quartz as major mineral reflects their growing strategic and industrial importance. This move ensures better regulation, reflects their growing strategic and industrial importance. This moves move ensures better regulation, supports critical mineral exploration, and aligns India's mineral policy with emerging technological and economic needs. Now, District Mineral Foundation (DMF). So, why it is in news? It is very important because the report was placed in the Parliament by the Standing Committee on Coal and Mines and Steels, Coal Mines and Steels, reviewing the implementation of the District Mineral Foundation Fund and the Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana (PMKKY) in India. About District Mineral Foundation created in 2015 via an amendment to the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957. So it was created in 2015 via an amendment to the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957. Concept: the District Mineral Foundation is a non-profit statutory fund for districts affected by mining related operations. It is for the districts affected by mining related operations. So it's a non-profit statutory fund. Significance and status: tied to participatory governance laws. Functioning of DMF is also guided by the 5th and 6th schedule of the Constitution. Tribal areas, Panchayat extension to scheduled areas, PESA Act 1996, etc. 645 districts, 23 states have district mineral foundations. Over 1 lakh crore collected in the past decades. In the past decade, 1 lakh crore has been collected. Top states by DMF funds are Odisha 29%, Chhattisgarh 14% and Jharkhand 13%. प्रधानमंत्री खनिज क्षेत्र कल्याण योजना PM KKKY. प्रधानमंत्री खनिज क्षेत्र कल्याण योजना launched in 2015 by the central government under the section 20A of the MMDR Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957. Implementation mechanism. State fund governments must integrate Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana with DMF rules. Challenges associated with the District Mineral Foundation. Governance issues. Dominance of officials. Only 5 states include affected people in governing councils as per forest report. Lack of independence. DCs are chairpersons of both governing councils and managing committee. Limiting independent decision making. Parliamentary committee report. So DCs are chairperson of both governing council and managing council. So independent decision making has some limitation. Lacks planning and beneficiary identification. No district has published a 5-year perspective plan. Also lack of Gram Sabha engagement in decision making. Fund utilization challenge. Low spending. Only 40% of the district mineral fund foundation fund used, and major states are like Jharkhand, Odisha and Rajasthan. So poor utilization. High forest report. Weak grievance redressal and monitoring. Absence of a DMF fund utilization index hinders transparency in fund utilizations. Parliamentary committee report. Gap in achieving Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana goals in aspirational districts. Of the 112 aspirational district programs, 106 are DMF districts. Yet key Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana objectives like mitigating mining impacts remain unmet as per Parliamentary committee report. Reforming district mineral foundation governance and implementation. Governance reforms can ensure DMFs ऑपरेट एज इंडिपेंडेंट कम्युनिटी लीड इंस्टीट्यूशन होना चाहिए, ये सबसे बड़ी बात है. नॉट एज एक्सटेंशन ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. इट शुड नॉट बी एज एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बट इट इज कम्युनिटी लीड इंस्टीट्यूशंस. एक्टिवली इंगेज ग्राम सभा. Participatory planning and long-term vision. All DMFs can develop comprehensive 5-year plan, which they are failed to do so. Based on committee consultations. So 5-year plans must be developed based on committee consultation. Strict enforcement of Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana guidelines. At least 70% of the DMF funds must be allocated to critical sectors like healthcare, education, livelihoods and skill development, etc. State governments must comply with National Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana guidelines. Mandatory social audits and financial reviews. Third party independent agency may conduct regular audits. CAG may perform periodic evaluation of the DMF spending and impact. Conclusion का a decade on DMF suffers not from lack of funds but from weak vision and political will. So DMF suffers not from the lack of funds but from weak vision and political will. Urgent reforms are needed to center committees in decision making. Center committees in decision making. So this is about district mineral foundations. Now offshore mining Offshore minerals in India. Why in the news? The central government has framed offshore areas. Existence of Mineral Resource Rules 2024. Offshore areas, existence of minerals resource, offshore areas, existence of mineral resource rule 2024. About offshore minerals in India, offshore mining, it is the process of retrieving mineral deposits from the deep seabed, more than 200 meters. Extent exclusive economic zone of over 2 million square kilometers. So India have 2 million square kilometers of exclusive economic zone. Mineral deposits, it includes gold, diamond, copper, nickel, cobalt, copper, manganese and rare earth elements. So it consists of gold, diamond, copper, nickel, cobalt, manganese, rare earth element. Offshore areas extents of mineral resources rules 2024. Applicability all minerals except mineral oils, hydrocarbons and minerals specified in part B of the first schedule. Applicability of all minerals except mineral oils, hydrocarbons and minerals specified in part B of the first schedule to the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957. Definitions rules use the modified version of United Nations Framework Classification. Rules use the modified version of United Nations Framework Classification and Committee for Mineral Reserve International Reporting Standards. So rules use the modified version of the United Nations Framework Classification and Committee for Minerals Reserves International Reporting Standards. Mineral Reserves International Report Standards. Template for following: exploration stage, reconnaissance survey G4, preliminary exploration G3. Exploration stage are reconnaissance survey G4, preliminary exploration G3, general exploration G2 and detailed exploration G1. Feasibility studies stages include geological study F3 and pre-feasibility study F2 and feasibility study F1. Exploration standards: a minimum of general exploration to establish indicated mineral resource is required to grant mining leases. So exploration standards are a minimum of general exploration G2 to establish indicated mineral resource. Minimum of general exploration to establish indicated mineral resource is required to grant mining lease. So specific exploration norms rules set specific exploration norms for a variety of deposits and minerals, including construction grade silica, sand, calcareous mud, etc. Conclusions के the offshore areas existence of mineral resource rule 2024 mark a significant step towards unlocking India's vast offshore mineral potential by establishing clear exploration standards and aligning with global reporting frameworks. The rules aim to promote sustainable and transparent resource utilization. Sustainable and transparent resource utilization. Attract investment and boost India's mineral security. Now the coal sector in India at a glance. Coal sector in India. India holds the world's fifth largest coal reserves. India is second largest coal consumer and importer globally. Over 50.7% of India's power comes from the coal and lignite. Key reforms initiative in coal sector: integrated coal logistic policy and plan 2024, investment in coal gasifications, enactment of coal mines special provisions Act 2015, others National Coal Index, PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan in coal sector, etc. Way forward: promoting sustainable practices, example Miyawaki plantation, encouraging private players to promote technological upgradation, import substitutions, rationalize coal linkages, fast track captive commercial coal block, etc. Okay. Now, steel sector in India at a glance. Steel sector in India production target 500 million tons by 2034. Economic contribution 2% of GDP. Employment opportunities, employment multiplier effect of 6.8 times and an output multiplier effect of 1.4 times. Major challenges: capital intensive, 7,000 crore needed per ton for greenfield steel capacity. So it's highly capital intensive. High logistic cost: Jamshedpur Mumbai freight $50 per ton exceeds Rotterdam Mumbai $34 per ton. Lack of raw material, example negligible reserves of coking coal. Low per capita consumption, 97.7 kg in 2023-24, whereas 219.3 kg for the world. Others: extremely energy intensive industry, export challenges, etc. Now, initiatives taken to promote the steel sector: National Steel Policy 2017, Make in India initiatives, production linked incentive scheme for specialty steel. Others: Mission Purvodaya, revamped steel import monitoring system seems 2.0. Way forward: decarbonization, invest in clean tech like electric arc furnaces and green hydrogen. Tech upgrade, R&D, AI automation boost productivity. Product diversification, specialized alloys for automotive and aerospace applications. Keywords है offshore mining, critical minerals, mineral exploration, exclusive economic zone, energy security, sustainable mining, mineral reserves, district mineral foundation, national critical mineral mission, प्रधानमंत्री खनिज क्षेत्र कल्याण योजना, polymetallic nodules, rare earth elements, coal bed methane, shale gas, etc. So thank you so much.